Wow. Wow. Look at the acoustics in this room, huh? 66,940 for Bitcoin. Unbelievable. Let's get the music back up and running over here. Donnie, let's run the table over here. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on it. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here on a Saturday night. We're going to break it down for you. I see Bitcoin doing something funky. So even though it's Saturday night, even though it's low volume, we may catch some movement here for Bitcoin. We may get lucky for being Bitcoin fanatics here. Look, I'm in this giant room. It's like 80 feet tall. It's huge. I'm in this giant studio. Look how big this is. Unbelievable. But look at, we have so much Bitcoin being bought right here on Fiat Leak, Litecoin, Chainlink, XRP. How about Solana holding it down? If you're in Solana with me, you are up in the money. Shout out to my Solana people. I guess I'm a Solana soldier. Shout out to my Solana people, man. Bang, bang, bang. So, BOOKMAP. It's got liquidity below. Says we could still go revisit the 63,000s, but that may not be true. You know, anyway, maybe 65,480. But there's still liquidity too, the 67, and we finally have somebody creeping on in up there at 73,000. Pretty interesting. But if we look at it, it says that it does suggest that we do go lower. There's more red and more liquidity below us than above us. All right, but right now it's kind of a battle right here between 65,380 or 68,000 for Bitcoin. All right, and we're gonna break it down and get to the bottom of it and see what's happening for BTC. Shout out to all my beautiful people here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Thank you for jumping on in and being a part of the live. We appreciate you. Today was an amazing day. I taught class today. Unbelievable. 3 hours of just nonstop technical analysis, breaking it down for the trading group. So even today, I saw this as a falling wedge that could possibly break to the upside. The entry would have been somewhere at 66,800. I didn't make this trade, but there's something I was like, possibly. It did go up. At one point, it was up, right? The entry was at 66.8, and we went all the way to 67,000. Wasn't huge though. I mean, that's like a $200 move. Oh my gosh, right? And we did it twice. Right now, it's still technically in the money. The trade is still technically in the money. If we back this out here, you can see like it's not, it's above where we bought it. Stop loss to break even, see where it goes. Who knows? But right now, it's not looking amazing, but it's still kind of trucking along for Bitcoin. So let's break it down. Let's look at it like we do. Could be somebody new here on the channel. So I start off like I do, annoyingly maybe, but from the very, very beginning to the end. I want to see this weekly candle close above 65,500. That's going to be this key area right here that I want it to break back above. Once we break back above that area, we're good to go. Like that's basically going to solidify that 65.5 is beautiful support. We're not going to really have to worry about like testing it or playing with it ever again. Hopefully, at least not in this cycle, right? So we want to get over 65.5 and call it a day. That's what we want. Crazy how my mind just thought about how these cycles just repeat and bend and spin you, and you just end up in them, and you're in long, you go through bull markets and then the bear markets, and you build and you hold and you build positions, and you got to have conviction. And then for 4 months you go down, and 2 months you go up, and 3 months you go down. It takes someone that's very, very, very takes someone that's willing to take a beat down really and get up over and over again to be in crypto investing. It's not easy. So again, like I've showed you, this says we can get somewhere to about 97, 98,000. This even says somewhere by, I don't know, July 15th, and the number's different because I may put this angle somewhat differently, but it's somewhere by like July 8th to July 20th, somewhere in here. It says we could possibly get up to 97,000. All right. Love seeing you, life or sending blessings to everyone here with the intention of bettering the one in the lives of others close to them. God bless Chase and Bomber. We love you. Shout out to Daniel Dash. I just, when you live in love and you push love on others, then love is pushed onto you. Whatever you reap, onto other people, you will sow. So if you wish other people success and love, then you'll get success and love. All right. Just hit my official 8X on my Phantom bag. Boom, baby. Thank you, Sammy. You gave me the tools when the moving averages get tight on the long-term versus short-term time frames. Amen. It's like you were in class today. Hey, how frequent do you release newsletters? I register for the mailing. Thank you. Twice a week, you'll get a newsletter, a weekly newsletter. It's 2 a.m. here in Germany, but I'm here for the education. Let's go. He's here at 2 a.m. Daniel Dash, we love you. We appreciate you for doing that. And, today I'm going to find a gem, something that provides a reason of value why you showed up today. All right. I'm going to do everything I can. So the 3-day chart looking pretty good. Boom, boom, boom. But oh, all of a sudden, we finally got a close on the 3-day. All right. Or it's been a day, but we have 2 days, and look, we're finally getting a bit of a red candle here on the 3-day chart. Just something to, we have a little bit of resistance here on the 3-day, and resistance on the weekly is 67,200. We really want to see a weekly candle break above that level. That's going to be my last and final, I'm not going to push it. I'll take 65.5, but I'd like 67.2 as well if I can get it. All right. It's 67.225. It's hard to get exactly the line I want, but it's where these two candles meet. We're also here for the city under the sun. Stay blessed all the time, every day. Only you. God bless you. Thank you so much. From Nairobi. So cool to see people here from Nairobi. I can't wait to visit. There's so many beautiful people here, and so many awesome, amazing people here too, that want to make the world a better place. That's what I'm talking about. So 3-day chart, a little bit of red right there finally. We want to make sure that closes green. And let's take a look at our daily. So let's take a look at our daily close. All right, we just closed about 20 minutes ago. So that's tweezer tops. Now we tweezer topped here and we still ripped, so it doesn't mean it's over, but that usually to me is a bearish sign. However, the candle itself is somewhat of a bullish engulfing, or no, but not a bullish, but it's a indecision doji that could possibly be looked at as bullish or bearish, right? Kind of at the top of a move, it can be considered a bearish doji, right? We also tweezer tops is considered bearish to me. Let's take a look at the daily. It opened at 67,024 even. The high was 67,400. The low was 66,600 even. 66.6 even, right? The close at 66,915. It would go down $100 today. So I mean, even though the candle doesn't look amazing, at the end of the day, Bitcoin would open and close down $100. Like, oh, woe is me, right? $128 or $108.80. So on the day, it really did nothing. It was a nothing burger on the day. However, I don't like how those candles look. At the end of the day, they look pretty bearish to me, right? And again, resistance here. Can we flip 67,200? For some reason, we're having issues here. Flipping 67.2, and the daily looks a little overbought. And so while everyone's super like, oh my gosh, we're going to continue, there's a chance that the daily has to come revisit its 21-day moving average. And we're not getting a big move out of here yet, just yet. That daily candle doesn't look amazing. I gotta say that. Had it closed differently, it would be a different world. What if it closed green and we were up here? Then the whole, And again, we have tomorrow to see what happens. But it's Sunday into Monday, and highly volatile, and it is the weekend. Just remind yourself that the daily is a little far away from the 21-day moving average after that monster move for Bitcoin. We had a beautiful pump. We ate the shorts alive. And the pump does suggest that we continue. And I'm going to show you some signs of why. Like we're just going to pull we're going to meet the 21 somewhere up here on the daily. We got some work to do, and that can happen. Look, the daily can, for a few days, just pull away. It can take some time before it gets back to the 21. So it doesn't mean we have to get back to it just yet. It's not as the smaller time frames. It has a leash. It has some leeway. My endings say 52K before 120. Thoughts? I think I don't know what I don't have thoughts. See, because that would mean I was thinking. See, your instincts sound like trader feelings or beliefs, and we don't really, I love you, capitalist nomad, and you have awesome ideas, and I really appreciate your support, and really nice that you've given 10 super chats. Like, I think you're unbelievable. But I will say something, in my humble opinion, it doesn't really matter what we instinctively, I don't know, instincts. To me, is like right here. Here's the deal: if we stay above the 8-hour 200 SMA, we'll never go down to 52K. For me, it looks like if we were going to go to 52K, we would have went there already. But who knows? I don't know. To me, it looks more likely now that we go to the upside. But I don't know. Right now, we're looking pretty bullish on the weekly candle. Right? That's a bullish engulfing candle on the weekly, and the 8-hour also looks very bullish. So like, I opened up a trade right here on the 8-hour with a stop loss down here, right below this key level, and I want to see if I can ride this thing up to Valhalla to 100K. All right, this could be the trade of trades that I just let rally. So we'll see what happens. Who here wants to see the trade? I haven't taken a look at it all day. So right now I'm putting myself in the chopping block. Put myself in the chopping block. I haven't even looked at the trade yet. I haven't even looked at my own trade. No idea what it looks like. All by itself all there. Little trade by itself. A little itty bitty trade all by itself, eh? Who would have thought? Let's see here. And I'm up 118 bucks. Nothing amazing. On $2,600, 14x leverage. It's a 0.55 Bitcoin. I'm doing PDC USD leverage. See, you can bet Bitcoin USDT. You can bet. You can use Bitcoin USD, but you can also use Tether. So you can use Tether or you can use USD. One, you're using Bitcoin. One, you're using Tether, right? This right now, I'm using actual Bitcoin. I'm transferring Bitcoin, which isn't my favorite thing to do because once I have Bitcoin, I like to hold Bitcoin. It's kind of a thing for me. But I'll peel off a little bit here and there, just a tad, right? If I feel there's high probability of a win rate, all right? Anyway, we'll get back to that in a little while. All right. That's on MEXC. If you want to jump on into MEXC, link is going to be at the top of the video. There's going to be a pinned comment at the top. If you want to join the trading group, that's going to be up there for you. Right there, cryptolifer.com. If you want to jump into Blowfin, right there, I Trust Capital. And if you want to jump into MEXC, the link is below here too, also to the MEXC link. This is MEXC right here that I'm trading on. Okay. AERO, I talked about how I liked what we were doing, but not if the 7 minute couldn't get back above the 200. I said I'm bearish unless the 7 can get back above the 200 SMA. And AERO did drop to $1, right? And it's lost. It's a lot. So I just want to say I wasn't saying, oh, we're gonna break up to 138. If you look at my trading group, I said if we can't get back above that key area, right? And someone said AERO's bearish today in the trading class. They said you think AERO's bearish, but it usually moves with Bitcoin. Maybe on the macro, but like it doesn't mean on a regular day AERO can't dump when Bitcoin goes sideways. You know what I mean? So shout out to channel sponsor I Trust Capital. We appreciate you and we love you. We thank you. And if you want to jump into I Trust Capital, it's amazing. It's a great place to set up retirement for Bitcoin. Look at Solana, 173.91. Let's talk about it, baby. Let's go. Daddy's back in action. I'm not broke again. Solana's up. But you guys know I got into Solana pretty heavily at 109. So, you minus 9 from that, I'm at 64. And so I'm up about 64,000 on 100 grand. That's pretty awesome on Solana. Unrealized, but let's go. It's going to be a slow grind to make 500 grand on that puppy. It's going to take its time, right? That's what people think money comes fast, but it takes time in trading. It really does. So I like what I'm seeing on this 8-hour flag, and it looks promising, even though we're overbought on the stochastics RSI, which I get. But I like to see this 21 come closer. I like that we broke above, and we may come back down all the way and retest possibly 66. What we don't want to see is we do not want to see the 8-hour break to 200, and we don't want to see the 4-hour break to 200. Once the 4-hour made a big move above the 200 SMA, I called long, and honestly, that's going to be a pretty big deal. Whenever the last time we did that was back here in February, and then the bigger time before that was back here, and both times we had massive moves up. They were big legs to the upside. So the 4-hour 200 SMA calls big moves. Not saying this has to be one, but in the past, this has been an amazing signal to long on the macro, like to gather what you can before everything goes up and is more valuable than it was before. It also looks like they're about to print some money. Stock market's about to pump. Look at my macro video that I put out on Friday. Please watch my macro analysis every week, every Friday. I'm back to putting that out now that I'm back in the home studio and things are regular. But check that video out and take a look at it, deep dive it. I'm telling you right now. And when they print money, it's going to put everything up in value. Altcoins, everything around you goes up in value. So altcoins will have to go up in value. It's interesting. So could this beautiful rising wedge just boom? There's a chance. Could this flag continue on the 1-hour time frame once we touch this 21 and continue to the upside? It's not your best flag. It's not amazing. Maybe it's more like this. I feel it's more like this, and it broke out once, broke back inside the pattern, and it's attempting to kind of break out again now, finally. And it has a measured move of the length of this pole. Looks like Bitcoin could pump to 68,972. So I'm in a long, you can see that, based on the 8 hour. And I took some scalps already, and I'm ready to take scalps too as well if I see any. But the 4 hour looks like it's gonna do some pump damage. The 1 hour also to me looks interesting. Shoulder, head, and shoulder, but somewhat defied. To me, more like a breakout, fake out. Like it was really, look, it was weekend trading. Like they had this beautiful plate, they pumped it, and then they brought it back down and scalped down some people that were like, you know, stopped right there below the pattern. I think that's what I feel like, you know, that's why I'm really, you know, unless I'm doing something a bit obscure, like right now we're doing something weird. We're trading the pattern after they broke it up. Most people might not see that, so that can create a bit, some opportunity for us. Because a lot of people aren't going to do that. That's a little out there, right? So that's why I do stuff like that here and there. I know the rules, so I break the rules. But you got to break the rules, you got to know the rules. You got to be able to know how to play by the rules to break the rules when the time is right. Right? So, you know, I'm still somewhat bearish. It doesn't look amazing. I'm not saying this is amazing. This is the double top right here at resistance. 67.2, my exact area. Hit it, couldn't get above it, hit it. So we double topped again at weekly resistance. And, you know, the area that I keep talking about, 67.220 to 67.250 area, we just can't get above. 15-minute time frame, still kind of, you know, shoulder, head, and shouldery. If you really want to, if I got to be honest with myself. And it's in a pretty ugly pattern here that doesn't really look too good. Guess this would be it, and it's in some chop. And we could call this a little flag that it's in here. That's kind of a bear flag, really, right? Gap in the VRVP. I'm just, you know, I'm bullish, so I'm trying to see if there's any, you know, I'm trying to break down my bullish bias here. Resistance. So look, we have like serious resistance at 67,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times we've tried to get above it and we can't. 10 times on the 15-minute too. So like since the 17th in like 24 hours, 10 times. However, we got this beautiful move here. Resistance, switch it, bounce, right? So we got support at 65. We'll call it 550, right? And that's weekly support of resistance too, coming in on the 15-minute. So here's the deal. I stay bullish. Everything looks bullish unless the 15-minute breaks the 200. We break the 200 on the 15 and we close one candle below it. Even then, we could be bearish for a move to the beginning of this pattern, right? Which we've talked about, which is right around here at 65 or even at 64.5. The complete bottom of the pattern will be right here at 64,000, like 600, 630. So that's what I see happening if we lose the 200 on the 15. Does that look likely? I'm in the middle on that. Like the probabilities are kind of either way. Let's see if the 7-minute gets a break. We want to see, we got to get a boom out. You know, something like this. Just kind of get the chance. But we got to get a breakout here. 7-minute has to break to the upside. That's what we're looking at. All right. In live with Sammy Cuppenheady. Good to be. Shout out to my man DJ Davey Parker in the house. Shout out to my man Billy Bob 369 in the house. Shout out to Crypto Billy. Hola, Toaster. Hola. Shout out to all the beautiful souls out there. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you, Tesla Man. Jeff Dagger. Shout out to my man BTC. I enjoyed the moment I came in. Amen. Crypto Lifer, I just want to thank you for getting me where I'm at, and many words apart from you and your family mean so much to me. Love you for my 19K Bitcoin buy when to take profits, 50%, 10%, not financial advice. Oh, we'll take profits way later, man. We'll do big things. Bitcoin and cool all, but AERO is life. God bless you, man. I like you for that. I like AERO. I got a bag and I'm holding. Eventually, we break through that level. Yay. Did you watch Tyson Fury versus Usyk? I did not. Looked like a good fight, though. Sam, what do you say the win rate is with what price passes by the 200? Honestly, it depends. I've seen up to 8 out of 10 wins. You got to couple it right. Right liquidity, right, stochastics. You get 80% or more. Love you, Sam. It's off topic somehow, but have you been seeing what's going on with the sun? God bless you, man. Thank you. No. Trading course was awesome today. Shout out to Crypto Maniac 1776. Thank you for jumping on into the trading course. We appreciate that. So it's a Saturday night, low liquidity, not my favorite day to trade. I don't like open up tons of trades on Saturday unless it's like calling my name and the trade looks amazing. 1 hour looks like we could get a bounce. 7 minute is still kind of battling with the 200 SMA. We talked about it this morning, but we lost it, but we didn't, we're still kind of sideways with it. Almost a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder. You see that? I saw it the other way this morning, like or this afternoon, but like I kind of see now like a shoulder, a head, a right shoulder. That looks like a head and shoulder that wants to dump to the downside. Already kind of see me in the start. Looks like we're going to dump right now to 66,680. But I could be wrong. But that looks like what's likely about to happen. Bit of a bear flag too as well for BTC. Is it liquidity right below us that wants to get hit? Yeah, Big Red is sitting right there at 65,004. So I'd be careful. It looks like they want to take us a little bit to the downside. I don't know why, but that's a shoulder, head, and shoulder, and that breaks down 68% of the time. Shoulder, head, right shoulder. I wouldn't be surprised if this just pretty fast move to the downside here for Bitcoin. Yeah. I'm trading the short, but I'm kind of looking at the cat ears pointing up. Yeah, these are cat ears too. I'm with you on that. Which would also give you a little bit of a move to the downside. God bless everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here with me and sharing your most precious asset, and that is your time. Render seems to be gaining momentum. Not sure why. It's round. It's been spitting out CME gaps. You're funny. Sam, what are things you've seen different this early bull cycle from the past? I never seen so many altcoins go up like 20 to 30x before the halving. That was crazy. Yeah. Forgive me for that. So, another thing that I want to talk about is the fact that you got to accumulate in these times. See, most people aren't going to pay attention. And I'm going to say this a lot, but it's like this is when no one's paying attention. And Notcoin came out. This coin I just wanted to discuss. Seemed to be a hot coin on ton. We'll look at it. Volume's pretty low. It's not really where I'd like it to be. 24-hour trading volume, not too bad, though. Actually, 3.7 million. It ain't bad, actually, compared to most coins on MAZZE, too. That ain't bad at all. 24-hour trading volume, 3.7 mil. I'll take that all day long. But Notcoin. I meant to bring it up yesterday on the stream, but I think it just somehow slipped my mind. But I want to put it on the altcoin look. So it's called Notcoin. Came out with a pretty big market cap already. I've been looking at it as it was a possible Adam and Eve. It did make a beautiful move up like about 8%. Pretty flat right now, but could this be the bigger Adam and Eve now then? As it tries to bottom out here on MAZZE. Notcoin. All right. Also, I bought a coin in front of everybody I think it was on Friday morning. It is up huge. I'm going to talk about it in a second. And so a lot of my live buys still banging on them to the upside right now. Bitcoin at 66,980. Just sitting flat here. All right. It looks like it's more likely going to go to the downside than to the upside. But anything is possible. All right. I'd love to see it bounce back inside this pattern and pump to the, it is oversold now on the stochastic. So you didn't get much love. Usually wait for the stochastics to reset. If they reset and you buy it and you don't get the dump, then it's likely you're not going to dump. Started to dump though. The pattern said you were going to dump, but that doesn't mean it's going to happen. Nothing is guaranteed in trading. Remember that. Nothing. Just because it says it's going to happen doesn't mean it will. 1 hour RSI has bearish divs. You probably already brought it up though. I got here later. Let's see the 1 hour. Here we had it, right? You see, swing up while this swung down, and we dumped to the downside already. It's kind of a bigger one here too if you know, swing up to swing up. But to me, like, we kind of dumped and then we went sideways. So I feel like it played out. But yes, I mean, and it could contain. That's why it could send to more downside. But definitely, and that's a double top even if you don't see the bearish div, right? Love course, Sammy, today. Much love. Yeah. I don't know, PS5, man. I don't know, my friend. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance, man. So look for this to go further to the downside. Possibly $66,667 is the target. I mean, that still is the likely move. We're below the 200 SMA. We've made a head and shoulder pattern. We'll see. If we get back up and go sideways, fine. Then the trade's over, right? Easy, something pretty simple to get rid of. But it's still more likely we go to the downside than to the upside. But yeah, Notcoin, just write Notcoin down. And to me, Notcoin can be a pretty big deal, right? So, MAZZE also hit Bitcoin, it hit MEXC for the first time. Might even have to just look at it on the MEXC chart. Let's take a look here, MAZZE. And I'm going to talk about that coin that I bought on the live that's up pretty nice already. So MAZZE is at about 7 cents. If you look at the chart, it's kind of holding right where it went, and it's actually up a little bit. Someone could have possibly gotten 6 cents. At the very beginning, it was 3 cents, but it was like almost impossible to get that double up. But if you bought it on like a decentralized exchange somewhere, right? And anything could happen. It's so new. We'll wait to see what happens to MAZZE. Actually, what I'll do is let me just take a look. We'll grab that Ethereum address and we'll put it here. So remember, you can always grab a coin on a decentralized exchange, or you can get it on. Right now, MEXC gets it so fast usually, but you can still get it. Like, you could have gotten this still down at 0.001, and now it's done a 7x already. That's pretty money, right? If you think about it. But to me, it's consolidating and just getting started. I wouldn't be surprised if it finally hits a penny and a half. $20 million market cap, super small. Lock liquidity, $38 million FTV. This thing is hot, right? We know what it is. It's a layer 1. It's new, one of the newer ones, and that usually gets some buzz, man. There's a lot of people in that sector that really like these types of coins. So that alone gives it some buzz. Gets tighter inside this channel. The bigger move takes it to, look, 1,777s I have. That's crazy, right? But 1,793. Well, basically 1 8/10 of a penny. And then you're into the pennies. Right now, you're still under a penny on this coin. And it could do damage. You never know. A lot of sells right now for whatever reason. But some good buys too, though. So MAZZE, you can either, and again, I don't own any of this coin yet, but you can buy it now on MEXC or get it on Uniswap for Ethereum. The liquidity on MAZZE isn't fully locked though. No, it's not. First meme on STX is nothing. I got some for the faucet when it was free to grab. Amazing. I use markets ever and the money flow is coming out aggressively on the 1 hour. Also, I was still trading conservative Sunday. Can range here until Monday. Yeah, it's Sunday, man. I put $10 in MAZZE. Interesting. Yeah, I'm telling you, I see a move to the downside for Bitcoin, and I'm sticking to it. I'm not flip-flopping here. All right, and I see the target and everything, and I could be wrong, but it looks that's what's most likely. Tiny little gem here in the RWA zone is UBXS does not want to stop pumping. Thing is out of control. Just banging on them, right? And if you remember, I bought it live on the stream. It's up 64%. Look at that thing ripping. ripping. Now it's a tiny coin, but, and you know, we got some views, people knew about it, but this thing is ripping, right? We'll see what happens. But that's some gains right there on a very, very small coin in the RWA land. And I remember I put 500 bucks there on UBX. Very small amount. And look, it's 700 bucks now. I'm, you know, crazy. So very tiny, but again, making little moves, and even in this weird market, right? Still finding some ways to make it. It's very small, but, and there you go. I mean, there's your, I don't want to say I told you so. That's what the charts say. It's not even what I say. It's what the charts say. But look at that, 64% gains. And then remember, we were looking at BONK. BONK was like looking very bullish on the charts to me. All the meme coins look pretty nice. BONK still is coiled up, ready to go. You never know. Could dump all the way to the 200 SMA. Bitcoin could slump, and this would fall right out the pattern. Always use a stop. You never know. But so far, still tight. Still looking good. Still coiled up. Safe way is to wait for it to break out and retest 2932. You know, like that triple forward 2932, 0002932, and then boom, or 2988 as you know, retest 2988, and you're good to go. All right. And let's take a look at that SOLBTC, a coin that I always talk about and bring up. I even brought it up in the macro video. Just, you know, to me, it's really something that we want to pay attention to more often than not. Even on that daily, it's a little overbought. You can see everything's getting a little to that topping out region here. But look, even SOLBTC had a beautiful pump out the flag to the upside. And it's in another little flag now, almost like an inverted head and shoulder type of thing. And even if we go sideways, I wouldn't be surprised if this thing continues to pump. You have to remember, people if Bitcoin goes sideways, people will take shots at memes. If Bitcoin pumps and then goes stops for a second, people take shots at memes. If Bitcoin slumps but then starts to pump again, people take shots at memes. So memes don't, you know, only when Bitcoin's tumbling do the memes stop. And like once Bitcoin like even just consolidates for a moment again, the memes just are, we've seen it, they just come back hard. So chocolate chips and banana. How did you know that's what I was eating? Do I have ice cream on my face? Why did you say chocolate chips and banana? What made you say that? Why did you say rice pudding? What's making you say that? How did you know I had rice pudding with chocolate chips and banana? What's going on? Are you in my mind? For 2 cents? What made you say that? Appreciate DMTR move you gave. God bless you, man. Thank you. What is the highest meme coin price you know? We're hungry, man. Check in Solana, USDTP. That's weird, dude. Eating, bro. You're funny. In fact, a glitch in the matrix. I'm just saying, I didn't eat those things. I'm just messing around. I haven't had ice cream in a while, and today I had some chocolate ice cream. So that's a SOLBTC flag that looks like it could pump further to the upside against Bitcoin. Let's take a look at SOLBTC, USDT. Same type of flag going, and you can see I even had this flag going for Solana, and I talked about a move coming for Sol. The other day I spent, remember, it was like 2 or 3 days ago when I spent like a whole thing on Sol. Even a week back too, and look, that's a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder. I mean, it's an inverted head and shoulder that broke to the upside. And that's not done yet. It says it has continuations. And the 3-day chart's just getting started. The 3-day chart says we're going up to like 230, 252 first before any type of consolidation or a pullback. So Solana to 252, meme coins go crazy again. We get another little run, but then it looks like we have to consolidate again for a little bit before and then we can go. So this is what it says. It says we're going to come up, boom, and then we're going to have to do some like sideways, hopefully more likely sideways, but we'll consolidate. I'm saying, you know, that's not the best. But hopefully we consolidate in here. So you can already kind of see like how, you know, and then Solana could hit 453, and at that point I'm out. Like at that, I'm going to sell Solana at 453, because at that point I'll have about what, 400 minus 9,000. I'll have 446,000 off of 100 grand, right? And if I'm greedy and I'm out. So that's when I plan on getting out of Solana, and it looks like somewhere January of 2025. I might have to wait for this, like, and look, it might be, see, that's what people don't realize. It might just be two more big, boom, boom, might be two more big consolidations, and then that's it. It may not be that long too. It may be shorter. We don't know how it's going to be for sure. It may go down first and then come up. It may take a little longer to get there. But you can see, like, this is how things move. They consolidate, they pump, they pull back, they pump, they consolidate, they pump, they pull back, right? And maybe we eventually go higher to 1,000 or something, and it's a longer bull run. But to me, that seems most likely. This weekly booms out, and when the weekly chart gets to the high, like last cycle, Solana just boomed down on that weekly, and getting out after that weekly cycle would have been the move. So when we're up here in the weekly again, some here, I'm going to be getting out. It looks like it could be by you know, the end of July or August or something. Who knows? But if we hit 430, I don't know. It looks like by the end of July or August we'll be somewhere by 300. But then it says later on, maybe October, we hit 450, and I'm out. All right. What's the chance Caspa actually doesn't go up and just goes down to 0 as per the Caspa BTC chart? You think we go down to 66650? Anyone know about meme coin CHIPPY? CHIPPY was hot. We talked about it here on the live a few times. We went over it. Yeah. We knew about it pretty early. Not like when, I'm not going to say like the day it came out, but we knew about it pretty early. So you can see me drawing it here. It bounced off the 786, had a nice bounce. Came out of nowhere hot. You know, now it's sitting at $14 million market cap. To me, this is actually a pretty bullish pattern. Just bullish consolidation. If I was just doing TA on this, it says, you know, you got a low, you have a high, you have a higher low. You need to break the resistance. So we'll see when we get here again, we're consolidating, but it suggests that we could bounce further up to 3 cents. Could maybe do another double up here at CHIPPY. You know, get a market cap of about 28 million is what we're looking at, 30 million to 135%. CHIPPY looks bullish to me. If anything looks bullish, CHIPPY does look bullish. And I'm just going, again, I don't own any CHIPPY. I don't know them. Who I think someone said that Martini guy had something to do with it, or he might just own a lot. I don't know. But I like the consolidation. It could dump in any second and go to 0. Please be mindful of that, right? But the consolidation is nice. It's still very, very early. And just, you know, just the consolidation alone looks interesting to me. I'm curious enough to put my indicators on it just because I want to see. But like it's doing its thing there. I mean, the 200 and the 21 are getting very close. They're crossing on the 15. This thing looks pretty bullish to me. I gotta be honest. Just like TA was, I wouldn't be surprised if it got busy. But again, who knows? What do I know? I'm just, you know. And I don't think I'm gonna buy any. If I do, I'll tell my trading group, but it doesn't look like I'm gonna buy any. But the TA looks bullish on this high risk coin. Chippies for Solana, which is fish and chips, I guess. They call it Chippy. I don't know what that is. Weird. But that's definitely something I'd be paying attention to. I like, even just to see how the TA plays out on a meme, I would watch it. Watch the TA play out and you'd be like, wow, look at that. All right. Bought 1K worth of Chippy today, he said. Shout out to Warren McCarty. God bless you, man. I hope it does well. So we dumped again, pumped, dumped again, came back, held the line. 7 minute wants to hold the zone. So what I do here too is I like to duplicate and I go to another chart. I just want to look at the chart differently and see if I see something that I didn't see before. All right. Let's take a look at BTC USD here on Coinbase. I mean, the weekly just looks so bullish to me. It's ridiculous. But we'll see. That could change. And the above the 8 hour looks great. The support of resistance looks amazing. We just got to break 67.2, like I said, and then on our way to 71.8, and then we break the all-time high again. Huge short squeeze. Just looks like it's going to come on the 8 hour. But what do I know? I'm just a guy over here. I'm just the guy that does the Airbnbs. I'm not an Airbnb right now. But I'm a guy that likes to do an Airbnb over here. Hey, you got an Airbnb over there? I'm just messing around. So, like, we could also say, like, this is it, and we broke out. It's an ugly pattern. You know. There's some bearishness going on here. The 7 minute, you know, keeps losing the 200 MA, which is bearish to me. And it looks like a bear flag that wants to dump to the downside. Like, I see some bear signs. Every time I try to make this into something, it's not. It just, you know, if it is a pattern, it's the ugliest pattern ever, you know. You see? It's really it's a messy one. And we definitely have resistance, right? Locally, about 67,050 for whatever reason. And this is shoulder, shoulder, head, shoulder, shoulder. Like, it looks complex head and shoulder to the downside. So to me, I'm bearish until I see Bitcoin break 67K again and get back above the 7 minute 200. Like, maybe it does and I'm wrong, right? But it just, something doesn't sit right with me right now for the bulls. Something doesn't sit right. I'm getting mixed signals too. Sometimes you get mixed signals. Like, you know, for the last 3 weeks, I haven't, or since I moved in and got hot, I haven't said like, oh, I'm not sure where Bitcoin's going. I've been pretty, like tonight, I'm like, I don't know. You know, it looks like it could go either way here. You know, it starts to drop. We short this area, you know, it breaks out, a retest, we long. To me, if it breaks back above 67,000, and I'd love it if it just breaks 67.2 and it moves out, right? And you can see this as a somewhat of a pennant with a measured move to 68.5. Just remember, Bitcoin is a female. Yeah, oh gosh. I hear stories that make me double think getting, I don't know what he means. I think we dumped to 62. You think again, yeah. We can't think what happens. We got to just look at the charts. And remember, I talked about, if you were in my trading group and you were there during the weekly screen share, you found out what coins I was buying throughout the like this little dip period, I'll call it, like the accumulation zone. Look at ONDO back to 92. ONDO ripped all the way to 103, back to the dollar. And I had ONDO on my radar, hoping it would consolidate a little bit more, but no, I mean, ONDO already kind of breaking out. Hit the first target I have here. I'm a little high there, 103. Looks like it wicked right there because that was the previous time we got the wick, so that's why I had that line. But what I want to see now is just ONDO consolidate. Just consolidate outside of the flag now, right? the bigger flag that I have. Make another little flag. Well, I thought a little more consolidation. You never knew. I guess you could have said it was more like in this flag here. And it was about to break out of the flag. Either way, it looked like it could consolidate, but boom, it broke out. I see. I mean, my next target for ONDO was about 140, and I was accumulating ONDO during this dip, and I talked about it many times, and I brought it up probably incessantly. And there's ONDO in for gains. So if you're up like me, you're up in gains on ONDO. Bang! All right. Shout out to always share life, everything positive. Keep doing what you're doing. Florida, towards what you deserve. Thank you, man. God bless you, brother. Thank you, Kelly Kellum. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Blessings on blessings. Shout out to Vincent Mark. Shout out to Moss Alexander Cruz. Shout out to GF Burke in the house. Thank you so much for the super chat, Kelly. I appreciate that. Shout out to Mihu Kashul. Shout out to Vitality B. And all the beautiful people that are watching. Awesome, awesome people. Media Vibes with Goose. Please take a quick look at AZURE on base, he says. Tell me how you feel. It's a dragon meme. Looks like it could pump to me. Hey, Sam, cup and handy. Can you look at Casper if you can? Shout out to Ilya Sokolovsky. Yeah, Sokolovsky. Ilya Sokolovsky. Sui and Ruin said Jordan Allen. Wayne Lambo said Ishtaphobic. Al Jefe, one love. God bless you, brother. My instincts say 52. Oh, the instincts ideas. Yeah. We can't think on instinct. Let's look at AZURE and Casper. You said AZURE. And if it's tiny market cap, I'm moving on so fast. We can't sit there and watch this stuff, you know. You said AZURE on base. I mean, tiny market cap. It's just getting started. Bit of a double bottom. I don't know. It's up to you. High risk, man. High risk. You saw it here, though. What if it ends up being one of those 100Xers? You saw it on my channel at 484,000. Could also be a quick rug pull. You never know, right? A lot of buys, not a lot of sells. It does have locked liquidity. Not a lot, but it does, you know. Anyway, we'll see what happens. MAGA continues to pump. Oh, that's different. MAGA with wrapped ETH. Trump hat. That's interesting. See, crazy. You could even just so much garbage out here. Just be careful. Just be careful. So now look, we're bouncing. Now it's more, look, a falling wedge breaking back to the upside. You see that like this? Still looks pretty sketchy to me. Still looks like a shoulder, head and shoulder, but it didn't play out so far, right? Bounce back to the top. Look, we've just been ranging. Bottom, top, bottom, top, bottom, top, bottom. I guess you have to, we'll go back to the top of the range again. Why not, right? What else will we be doing? That just kind of looks like the likely scenario. So remember, we're watching ONDO to flag out again here, but it looks like, you know, a week from now, 2 weeks from now, and ONDO moves a little slow. It doesn't move amazingly fast, but it moves continuously to the upside. ONDO just in February was 25 cents. I mean, the thing is already $1, so it's done a 4x. Not too shabby. So look for the 7-minute low stochastic in a flag. Looks like it wants to pump back to the top of the channel. At the very least, just, you know. And I'm not perfect. I read that wrong completely. I mean, it started to dip, but it reversed pretty fast. So kind of whack, but that's what happens. It does still look like a head and shoulder. I mean, am I wrong? So it doesn't mean 32% of the time it ain't going to play out, right? And price action's pretty flat right now. It's like barely moving. But look for this to possibly pop back to the top of the channel, at least to 67,000. And remember, Saturday night, price action is going to be very, very, very sketchy. Very sketchy. You know. It's tiny market cap. Thanks for looking anytime. Oh, yeah. It was a hot one today here in Florida, I'll tell you that. And it's still pretty hot today. It's 83 degrees right now, and that's about all we're going to get today. The low feels like 84, 82. And yeah, it's now getting into the hotness. Like at the lows of 73 at night. Oh, actually, tomorrow night will be 69. That's a pretty nice night. Tuesday night will be 70 degrees low with a high of 88. Wednesday will be a low of 71 with a high of 92. Thursday will be a low of 73 with a high of 92. That's kind of beautiful, actually, if you think about it. Tonight it will be 78 degrees, but the next few nights it's going to go down. It's going to be a lot cooler at night. Pretty nice. I love living in Florida. I think it's beautiful. Maybe we call it a night, Sammy, and you get some early rest, and we back at it tomorrow. You're funny. Shout out to Moses Alexander Cruz, man. God bless you. Thank you for being here. What are you my father? Like, why do people talk to me like they're my mom? You putting me to bed now? Is that what goes on? Seriously, are you putting me to sleep? Are you telling me it's time for bed? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, Solana just has to get back above this resistance, and boom, it's going to move back up to 200.05. He's like, not at all, not at all. Yeah. No, but seriously, are you telling me to go to bed? Like, do I look tired to you? Is that what, like, I'm just trying to find out, like, or you just want to go to sleep, so you want to tell me to go to bed? I'm just trying to, I think... You have similar weather to Darwin in the Northern Territory, Australia. He does it all, ladies and gents. Even the weather does it all. Sammy, Cup, and Weathery. You're funny. Boom will fly soon. Really? Thank you. Solana USD head and shoulder pattern. Yeah, no, we said the same thing. Shoulder, head, right shoulder for sure. But it already broke out, right? Soul, baby. Soul looking hot. Solana. Man, it's a beautiful thing to watch one of your biggest investments holding it down and all the craziness. Get some rest. We have a big day tomorrow. Shout out to Judge Bibbles. What do we got to do tomorrow, man? Yikes. It's 6 p.m. in California. Just looking out for my mentor. Amen. Thank you. Where do the names Sammy, Cup, and Hedy come from? That's a good question. I really don't know. I think someone said it on the live. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I might have made it up. I don't know, though. I believe usually someone makes this stuff up for me. When Bitcoin makes the big move to 100K, ordinals are going to pump hard. Again, the lows look like they have been out. Live or go to bed now. JK, cheers from the... Yeah, oh, you're in Rowayton too, in Honduras. This guy, Alden, man. Go check out that Bitcoin town. There's like a Bitcoin town there, right? Send some pictures to us, please. Email Crypto Lifers and send me some pictures. I'll include them here on the live stream. Let us know what it's like over there, man. Do an interview or something. Yeah, what's your take of Jerome Powell? I don't know, man. He's the best, guys. Love that guy. Sam, I love the class today. My eyes are wide open trying to process what you said at the end. Amen. Amen. But even how Solana moving averages getting close on the daily suggests a bigger move is coming. Let me get rid of my scribble up there. But, you know, we already kind of have an idea of what we're in for if we're going to be, you know, in for the long haul. Investing is long term. It takes time. You know, it's more just patient and waiting to get paid. You can, you will, you are the best. Let's go live. Shout out to John Ploney. Love you, brother. Thank you for saying that. Shout out to all the lifers here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you. Let's get the likes up to the watchers, shall we? Pretty like slow crew here on a Saturday night. 298 likes. I mean, I'm appreciative of those likes and everyone here, but come on now. 740 people, 298 likes. Let's go, baby. Let's go. You know, it's going to rip again, and this stream's going to get out of control on a Saturday night, right? I can't believe I sold all my Solana at 11 and never got. Oof, that's sad. Sorry. Hey, it's over now, man. Don't think about it anymore. It's not worth it. You're the Life Revision Trading Course. Amen. Shout out to Cryptomaniac in the house. Memes are hot on Solana. Tremp. Yeah, I'm sure they are. People always say that when it's their meme, that they're trying to get you to buy. Solana is to 400 is almost a sure thing for the long-term investing. VeChain's okay. I don't know, man. It's been hot, though, with the UFC connection. That's kind of kept it alive and got it some pump, right? Yeah, Bitcoin has hidden bullish divergence. It has hidden bullish on the weekly, though. So, you tell me, right? Let's take a look at our baby render. Yeah, see, to me on the daily, render looks like it's about to blah. So if you want to make some gains in the next, I'd say 2 weeks, looks like render's about to do that. Do that walk. Make that talk. Make them gains, right? Render wants to make them gains. So I like what I'm seeing here for render on the daily. So if anything could make you 51%, again, I'm not a financial advisor, but if anything can make me 51%, looks like it could take render to the all-time high in the next 2 to 3 weeks. Previous support is resistance for render right here. Respecting these levels. It could easily fall to the downside. There's no guarantees. But I like what I'm seeing here for render. I really do. Stop's got to be low. Got to be somewhere below like $9. But yeah, I mean, that thing looks like it could move to 15. If anything could pump, render, bit of a kind of cup and handle too. Looking pretty hot to me. Shout out to my man for giving me that idea. And it's not all me, it's me and the lifers. Together, we make an amazing team. If I could see every single coin in the game, I'd be a liar, right? Like, I'm a human being. At one point, I'm going to miss or not look at everything. So we're a team. Together, we look at as many things as we can. Pepe's hot. You know, the only thing is it gave back most of its gains coming back down. I have it mapped out here, all the areas. Pepe's is also making a bigger flag. Does it retest the entire flag again, though? Still in gains from the entry, but, you know, it was basically a quick scalp to resistance, and then that was all we got, really, for Pepe for now. It was a meme. They memed us. So I guess you're looking for meme just to come back to the 21 and then bounce. It's weird. I guess it already broke out of the flag. You know, you can't really. Now just looking for support or resistance. Like, look, this right here. Bounce, right? Back to the upside. Just weird. When I used to come to Florida, I was on vacation, and I used to hear songs like this, like in the car on my way to the restaurant or something, and it'd be super warm, and there'd be this weird feeling of like I was in some movie, or I was just so far away from home. I was on vacation in Florida, and it was usually cold in Boston or something, or New York, and I was in Florida. And now, like, I live in Florida. Like, this is like, and I always used to think the people that live here, man, like, they're always living in, like, they live with the beautiful heat. Like, they just love the weather, right? Just so fascinated that I just still can't believe it, right? Vacation Sammy be bumping, amen. ARB is looking thick on that 4 hour. Livers worldwide have our eyes on the prize. Shout out to Crypto Bellico in the house. Yeah, Phantom's looking pretty interesting. So we don't want to see Pepe lose 8805. All right, watch if it loses that, then ooh, something's up, right? Bro, your skin is looking brown like mine, doggy. Shout out to Jamal Antonio, man. I love you, brother. Love Florida. Live in Key West 4 years now in Fort Lauderdale. Yeah. I'm already getting tanned up, right? Am I tanned up already? Yeah, looking pretty tan, right? Looking weathered. Dude, I got to watch the kids in the pool. Kids are playing in the pool all day. I got to watch them. So today I had to watch the kids in the pool. It was hot. Went in the jacuzzi a little bit so you get extra hot. Then you can handle the heat. You know? 95 degrees here, I think, at one point. Welcome 2 years in Florida and the lifestyle is good. Amen. Amen. Got that Florida shine. Bro's been playing in the pool. Amen. Key West, man, I'd move there in a heartbeat. Was a hot day. It was. Sun is good for you. Keeps you also in a good mood. It really does, man. Always put on sunscreen. Nah, never, man. Sunscreen's full of nanobot stuff that gives you cancer. I don't know if that's true. Don't listen to me for health advice. All right. Looks like Bitcoin Weekly has some hidden bearish div as well. No. Hidden bullish div. I bought a bunch of pallets at the pallet auction that drove to the town, helped the center drop them off. Lifer giver gains. That's so cool, man. Good for you. I like that. You got to get that Florida look, my man. Amen. I need to get those linen pants and those linen shirts, right? Put a fan on the printer. Brrr. Pardon my French. I didn't see anything. Nanobots. Yeah. Nanobots. Yeah. They're in there, man. They're in there, bro. They're in there. So pretty flat on the weekend. Not a lot of action. Bitcoin getting a pump. Look at that. Boom. To 67K. I wasn't watching. The 7 minute did get the pump. Getting rejected though. We're just seeing some chop. Just seeing some chop. It doesn't mean we're going to continue to the upside here. Out of this wacky channel. Only time will tell. It's pretty strange. I almost want to have to use the wicks and be like, you know, on some TradFi, like touching the wicks on the outside of the pattern and the pattern's getting tighter. And you're like, that's a pattern? What the heck is that? Right? I guess, you know what we could do is we could just go small ball. When I go small ball with it, like this could just be the pattern, right? At the end of the day, it's basically a symmetrical triangle. And either we break right to the upside or to the downside, right? So like 50-50 pattern tonight on the 1 hour. If you take a shot, you're taking a 50% shot. Like, you know, you're just taking a shot. Looks like we want to get a pump here for whatever reason. But they could even stop you out and then pump you. So if I was forced to trade tonight, it would have to be a long. But I don't, you know, a lot of times the stochastic, the symmetrical triangle breaks to the downside. So this is what I see after stumbling around with price action for an hour and a half. I finally see something that makes a little bit more sense to me than it did before. And it's this tighter channel. All right. I don't love the pattern, and your stop loss has to be really like right there, 3-1 right there, which could easily get stopped out. So stop at about what, 66,694. Take profit at 67,600. Let me just I just want to take a look at it. I don't know if I'm going to take it. I just want to look at it. want to look at what I'm seeing over here. Look at what I'm seeing. My name's Timmy Sheehan. Look what I'm seeing. All right, so sketchy if you take this trade. I just gotta I'll just see if we can get higher, but I don't even know. So I cheated that target a little bit. I really did. I'm not gonna lie. Well, we should be able to get to 67.8 if we get up. 67.778. Pretty weird, right? I did this last night. I woke up to a little bit of money. I risk $50 for 150. See what happens tonight. Very small amount of money. Because it's sketchy. I don't like trading. To me, it's like basically a non-trade. But it's more like we'll see what happens in the morning. We'll see what happens to this trade. I'll show my trading group. We'll see what happens. I suggested UBXS. I did. Yeah, it was me, man. Thank you. Yeah. Can you give us some TA? But again, I suggested it for myself. You suggested it for yourself too as well. All right, everyone. I'm going to jump out with that. That's a live trade right there for Bitcoin. Target to 67,700. Let's see, pointing to the Stokes in the 1 hour time frame. Bit of a giant double bottom too as well, in a way, which I didn't see before. Bit of a double bottom breakout. So we'll see what happens for Bitcoin. I mean, if we get above this key, the 67.2, I'll double down. Remember, the 8 hours bullish, and I have another trade open. That's not my only trade open. I got 2 trades open. This one's still up 129 now, still doing pretty good. All right, everybody, I love you all. Thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Let's take a look at our baby Caspa. And so Caspa was at a cup and handle. It did break out. So far, it is up on that cup and handle. Look, since I put out this cup and handle, Casper is still up in the green. And I bet it does close the gap. If I look at Casper right now, it looks like it's about to pump silly. If it's above the 200 SMA, 4 hour looks good to me. I see about an 11% move, possibly tonight into tomorrow. Casper looking super bullish to me. And that's in an ascending triangle. Oversold Stokes. Aggressively turning up. Caspa. Anyway, it looks pretty nice to me. Bang, bang, bang. Caspa looks like it's about to pump. First target to take it to 13. Next target up to 15. I talked about accumulating Caspa down here at the 10-cent region. And I honestly, couldn't really get it much cheaper than that. Even you think you could have, but he couldn't, So anyway, that's what I'm seeing for the night. We'll see what happens. I could be completely wrong. on the trade. It's down $3. Oh no. But we'll talk tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow morning, and we'll be back at it again like we are every single day. God bless each and every one of you. Shout out to everyone in the trading group. Shout out to everyone that shows up with me tirelessly, day in and day out, 2 streams on the weekend, and still pushes forward. Shout out to Master Friend. I love you, man. I appreciate you. God bless you. And shout out to everybody here on the live. I'm jumping on out for the night. Have a great night, great morning, afternoon, no matter where you are in the world. Get some sleep if it's 2 a.m. I'll see you all tomorrow. Whoa, we got one last super chat from my man here. He threw ATR. Let's just take a look at my man. Don't want to leave him hanging here for our trade. Our trade just continuously going lower, sitting beautifully at that 786 Fibonacci retracement. Double bottomed. I mean, it double bottomed at the 786, usually a known institutional level. It's either going to zero and got rogged, or it's going to move back to the upside. You'd have to do your due diligence and believe in it. It's up to you. Education, conviction, if it's something that you want to hold. But that's, for many coins, hundreds of assets in my life, that's a beautiful entry there at the 786. But again, and I hold this long term. We'll see what happens with our trade, but that's what I'm looking at. It's at that 786 fib retracement on the bigger time frames. God bless you all, everybody. Thank you, and I'm out.